exclusive home of the beautiful game and SDFC. San Diego Sports. 760. America's finest sports station. From the Aztecs for Life blood drive at Viejas Arena, we get back to John and Jim.
All right, Kevin AC, if you missed our conversation, you'll hear that coming up at 5 p.m. John, look at this. Pharaoh Compton may swing by. San Diego State, outstanding rising sophomore. He's had like 10 dunks in 2 games so far, by the way. Jim is, well, we're both doing it truthfully. We're both drinking juice boxes and eating like children's snacks.
I don't think we're supposed to, but...
Well, here's the thing. We're doing a 4-hour live broadcast. It is true that we're at a Aztec for Life blood drive, and yes, the snacks are more important for those actually giving blood. But I feel like we're playing a role because we're promoting this event.
There's no shame in drinking juice boxes, guys.
Yeah, we're supporting, and there's enough snacks for everyone.
It's 100% apple juice.
It was so. I told you off air, I'm like, this is so good. And they got trail mix. I love trail mix. They have the Welch's snacks. We love Welch's snacks. Cookies. It's Jim's dream.
I live off snacks, so
you really do, dude.
I really do. Yeah.
So we'll see if Pharaoh swings by. We talked to Ryan Battertelli earlier. We're talking about this Padres impending sale of the franchise. If you missed Kevin Acey, I thought it was fascinating. You'll hear a conversation. Brent, we'll play that coming up at 5 p.m. in about 15 minutes. Kevin Acey, our Padres insider, still just kind of reacting to it. I don't think I'm at the point, we said this earlier, I'm not at the point yet where I'm going to tell you who I think is the next owner of the team, but we're reacting to it. We're also reacting to the news of the most valuable players being unveiled right now. Shohei Ohtani has won it in the National League. That is not a surprise. He's unanimous, as Jim told you, for a 4th time. And now we wait on the American League, and that is intriguing. Aaron Judge and Cal Raleigh.
Yeah. So I don't know when. They're probably just going through the whole
song and dance,
milking this thing as much as possible. I think it's going to be Judge. I do.
Okay.
I want it to be Cal Raleigh because that would be an amazing story. I mean, dude, 63 home runs this year is incredible.
Is that what it was?
Wait, was it 63?
No, I don't think that's right.
Was it 61? 62?
You're including his postseason, I think.
I might be doing that. Was it 60?
It was a big number. The most ever by switch hitter, most ever by catcher was 60.
60.
It's an amazing year.
Pretty good.
What did Judge do?
Judge did pretty well.
His OPS is way higher. Aaron Judge's.
And his batting average.
Yeah, I know.
All of that is
I know.
Better than Cal Raleigh.
But Cal Raleigh didn't win it previously.
So, I know.
I know. I'm saying, is he going to get the sympathy of most ever for a catcher, most ever for a switch hitter? Doing it in Seattle?
I mean, right now, it's probably looking like it's going to be Aaron Judge. But we'll see. I mean, it's going to be announced here in a little bit. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it was a great breakdown.
Well, I'm looking over at Pharaoh Compton right now.
Is he here?
He's right there. He's right.
Where is he? He's coming by. He's coming by. Pharaoh Compton. I love that.
He's like, what am I doing?
Well, what he's doing is he's hanging out with us for the. It must be interesting being inside Viejas Arena for a blood drive. Like when you're a basketball player, because it's used for like concerts and it's used for
this is weird.
All these things.
Yeah.
Pharaoh Compton's going to join us. What's up, Pharaoh? How are you, man? Good to see you. Come on. Yeah, we're on. We're going to have you on. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Inside Viejas Arena, we're with the Aztecs sophomore forward Pharaoh Compton. The Aztecs 2-0 on the season, getting ready for a Tuesday night date next week with Troy here at Viejas Arena. But isn't it weird, Pharaoh? We were just saying, being inside Viejas Arena without the basketball floor, you're so used to the basketball floor. Is this weird for you, being at the blood drive? Where are the basketball hoops? And thanks for swinging by.
Yeah, that's right. It is a little different out here with no hoop, but... No, I think this is how it was on my visit, though, 2 years ago.
Is that right?
Oh, no, okay.
Is that right? All right, let me ask you about the start of your year. What's it been like so far? Again, you without Reese Dixon-Waters for a game, but then he returned. You've still been without Magoon Guath. What's it been like for you these first 2 games, getting back out there and being as involved as you've been?
Just trying to, adjust. Obviously it's not our full team, so, everybody doesn't know what we have, in store, so... just trying to play my part and do my role, and I think I'm doing a great job of that so far.
With that being said, you don't have the full team ready to go. How impressive is it for you guys, and how do you feel after these 2 first wins, after these 2 blowouts, knowing okay, we can get to another level here once we get the Magoon back and everybody back in the fold?
Of course. No, that's right. I feel like the 2 wins were expected, though. We just wanted to see what we could do. With the team and the guys that we had out there. We did a great job, executing the game plan, and Coach had out there for us. But I can't wait to get the full team back, though.
Yeah.
Goon, That's a scary sight.
Tell us what he's been looking like. You've been around him all offseason. I know he wasn't
He's
playing
shaking his head
5-on-5,
right
but he's back on the floor with you right now playing 5-on-5. What's he looking like a year after last year when he burst onto the scene?
Yeah, it's just like a presence on the court that you just feel when he's out there that, you don't feel with, most guys, him being 7 foot. He just covers a lot of the floor. So it's really hard to, score or even guard him, too, because he can do so much.
For you, entering your second year at San Diego State, how have you improved on your game, and how do you feel like those improvements have been going for you for the first 2 games of the season?
Now, of course, just defensive-wise, being in the right spot, I've got a few blocks so far. So, I've been heavy on that. And, my free throws have been looking a little bit better, too. So, just doing, the little things. And then my field goal percentage has been, pretty good as well.
Pharaoh Compton with us right now, Aztec sophomore forward. I want to say in 2 games, correct me if I'm wrong, how many dunks have you had? So you've had at least a handful of dunks in 2 games, right? do you have a favorite dunk to this point? It's only been 2 games, but you have at least a handful.
No favorite ones. I'm trying to just one-up myself every game.
One-up yourself with the dunks.
Yeah.
Is that like one of your biggest goals this year, is to make sure that you assert your dominance more and making sure that, look, when I'm in the paint, like I'm going to get, as many field goal opportunities and dunks as possible?
Yeah, no, I just want to capitalize on any opportunity I get, of course, in the paint, because just such a fearless scorer down there, and I really don't think anybody can stop me.
I know Mark Ziegler wrote about this. Like, you're listed as, what are you? You're 6'7". You're at least 6'7".
Yeah.
But that does not tell the story of Pharaoh Compton as a player, because the amount of space you take up, and you've got this deceptive wingspan where you get to balls, it's hard to imagine that you're able to get to, whether it's offensively or defensively. How much of a benefit is that? You got a wingspan that's pretty unique for your size, right?
Yeah, we don't talk about it too much, but it's like 7'3" for my wingspan, so
hold your arms out.
That covers up. I think this covers up mostly everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even on the blocks too. Yeah, it comes in big time.
Yeah.
The wingspan in basketball, it's
big
pretty
part
good.
of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, hopefully, that's gonna take me pretty far.
We talked to assistant coach Ryan Battertelli earlier in the show. Talking a lot about getting you guys ready to face Troy, a team that he thinks highly of, making sure that you guys don't look past Troy, because after Troy, get to the NIL tournament. Michigan, Oregon, another really good team possibly up against you guys. Like, making sure you guys stay focused on Troy, how big of a goal is that for you guys, this week?
Yeah, no, of course, just taking it one game at a time. Troy's one of those teams that, is going to not look, as, like a tough opponent at first, and then once they get out there, when the game starts, they're going to give you a good fight throughout the game.
And then, of course, again, our job is to kind of look ahead. It's not your job. Brian Dutcher, the staff, are going to say this is the most meaningful game. But for you, Las Vegas awaits on deck, right? Yeah. Getting back to Vegas, you played there a couple of times last year. Just what was the experience like last year playing in the Players era? You really broke out in a big way. You were a big reason why San Diego State was in the NCAA tournament last year. Your performance against Houston specifically. What was that experience like for you last year out in Vegas?
It was a great game. Just a surreal feeling being able to go back to Vegas and have a great performance. But just contribute to the team and just winning. That's what it's all about.
Last thing for me. You and Taj, this offseason together, what was that experience like? Year one with Taj, you guys have known each other for a long time. Now spending a second season in college together, what has this experience been like collectively for you two?
Yeah, I think it's just, it's all about being on the same page, and that's what we have been so far. So whenever we get on the court together, hopefully I can make that, a lot of time. And I think we're gonna be really great out there, like as a duo.
What do you make of how the freshmen, LZ, Tay, how they performed? You're shaking your head like that's a good thing. So how have you? What's your impressions of them so far this season?
I mean, they're just doing their role and even more. Like on top of that, I think that's great for us.
Pharaoh, we're going to see you Tuesday night back here at Viejas Arena. The basketball floor will be back here after the blood drive. It'll be Sdsu and Troy, and then we'll see in about a week or a week and a half for Thanksgiving in Las Vegas, the Players Era Festival. We appreciate you swinging by. Great to see you. Congrats on a great start to the year, and we'll see you on Tuesday night, all right?
So thank you for having me.
Great stuff. Pharaoh Compton, San Diego State sophomore